My name is Christa. I'm 38 years old and live in Marysville, Ohio. I was born prematurely, weighing just a little over 3 pounds and measuring 19 inches. My high markers on my newborn screening test prompted further investigation, leading to the discovery of Classical Homocystinuria at 3 months of age. Throughout my childhood, my most notable symptom was digestive discomfort, likely attributed to the formula. During the time in school, I struggled to hide frustration as I barely managed math, test taking, and multi-step assignments due to the significant executive function challenges that I had. I always knew what the assignments were asking of me and had ideas and thoughts even way beyond what were the bare minimum needed to complete the assignment. However, more often than not, I struggled to get what I had in my head to run down my arm and pop out of the pencil correctly. I skirted under the radar of struggling behind my peers until it was advised to my parents during my senior year that if I wanted to make it through college, I should have a cognitive neuropsychological evaluation for possible learning disabilities. This evaluation confirmed a diagnosis of ADHD and math learning disability. I started on ADHD medication, which was a game changer in my ability to focus in, complete tasks, manage my class requirements, and multi-step projects. As I matured into a young adult, my homocystinuria was always on the back of my mind when dating, as at the time I had been told I'd be too high of a risk to have kids and was aware that the science at the time had indicated the average lifespan of individuals with my condition was only to the age of 30-something. I didn't necessarily feel like I was the ideal catch, but I knew that part of my non-negotiables in searching for Mr. Right had to include someone open to the idea of adoption, and that would understand the potential risks involved, meaning that I may not be the person he'd get lucky to grow old with. My husband and I met and started dating in our senior year of high school. 5 years later, after finally marrying Mr. Right, I made sure one of the first things my husband understood was how to spot the signs of a stroke, as I knew that this was one of the most serious potential risks I faced as someone with homocystinuria. I made sure to review our plan often of what he was to do if he saw those signs. In July 2009, we adopted a 6-year-old boy with special needs, who is now 21. As the years progressed and we battled with my son's special needs, I continuously worried about how my husband would manage the complexities of our son's needs by himself if something happened to me. In 2015, when my son was 12 and I was 30, that fear was tested as close to reality as I could have ever predicted. I woke up on the morning of December 26th, the day after Christmas, and jumped in the shower. I had a sharp Charlie horse in the bottom of my left boob that didn't ease up. Weird, I thought. Maybe I slept wrong, and continued my shower. Then I had a sudden onset of severe nausea and became sick immediately in the shower, followed by dizziness so overwhelming that I had to sit on the floor of the bathtub. At that point, I knew time was of the essence. I summoned my husband to help me get to the car and take me to the emergency room. At first, the medical team waved it off as holiday stress induced a panic attack, but the doctors and his team quickly went into high alert after my EKG showed heart attack. I coded immediately afterwards, and several more times again. They informed my husband he most likely wasn't going to get to take me home, as they didn't think I'd make it before they could get me transferred to a different hospital and into surgery. It turns out I had a blood clot in the lower left ventricle of the heart, or what they call the widowmaker, due to the severity and often difficult location it is to get in and repair it. This was a result of high homocysteine levels. This traumatic experience pushed me to confront the complexities of managing my condition. I started on blood thinners. However, the blood thinners they put me on ended up becoming subtherapeutic, and in November of 2021, I had a massive stroke resulting from 2 blockages, one in my carotid artery and another at the cross of my basal ganglia and frontal cortex. However, thanks to the preparation, my husband quickly identified the signs of the stroke. I had awoke in the middle of the night to let the dog out and had been stumbling around, had impaired speech, and my smile had gone completely crooked. The emergency squad was there within 15 minutes. His fast response, we were told, is what got me the assistance I needed within the golden hour, as they say, which allowed them to rush me to surgery and remove the clots in enough time to allow 90% of my damage from the stroke as of today to be reversed. Today, we are officially in the process of trying to get pregnant for round number 2 for our parenting journey. We've had to assemble a VIP team of medical professionals to craft a meticulous plan of preparation and treatment during and after our entire process. I am unable to get off of my Plavix due to there not being an alternative option that is truly safe. Therefore, my team of doctors have asked that I remain on it for now and possibly through any pregnancy due to my medical history. So I am simply only able to give over my worries to prayer that this medication won't cause harm to a future baby. My greatest fear is that even working collaboratively with a complex medical team and having blood check-ins every few weeks, I will not catch a too high level of homocysteine in enough time, and it will cause sudden, catastrophic, irreversible damage, adding to the significant amount of trauma that my husband has endured.